in a revolving door.
Hello, I'm Gata the Catgirl here with another video for you. You may be wondering why a catgirl doesn't really have a girly voice, but that's because I got punched in the throat the other day. Being a catgirl, I get asked many cat-related questions. Do you actually meow? Do you eat mice? Does catnip actually make you high? How does that strapless bra stay on? Is that bikini made of leather? Does it chafe a lot? Questions all about cats. Questions are all in good fun and resolve a lot of curiosity, but what's dangerous is false information. There are many myths about cats that can actually be dangerous if taken seriously. I'd like to go over a few of them and elaborate on it. Myth 1. Cats are low maintenance. The life expectancy of stray cats and feral cats are actually 4 to 5 years, which should be adequate proof against this myth alone. When humans domesticated us cats thousands of years ago, they assumed the responsibility of adequately caring for our needs. I, as a cat, myself, have thrived because my owner has a very strong sense of responsibility towards me. Cat owners really do treat cats like members of the family, and their overall longevity is proof that cats require responsible care to thrive, as the average lifespan of an indoor cat is actually 13 to 17 years, and the world record is all the way up to 38 human years.
Oh, buddy.
Myth 2. Declawing is as harmless as trimming toenails. Declawing is actually an amputation. It's the surgical removal of the first joint of each toe of a cat, a procedure which is viewed as mutilation by advocates and requires quite a bit of recovery time. Fortunately, there are many humane alternatives to declawing, such as actually trimming the cat's claws routinely. Or, I don't know, caring about your cat and giving them a scratching post or something, I don't know. Although, we actually prefer the box to the scratching post. Myth 3. Cats can live on a vegan diet. Some people who choose the vegan lifestyle also subject their pets, such as cats, to the meatless diet because reasons, I guess. Veterinarians, and cats alike, strongly disagree with this practice, because we are obligate carnivores and require meat to meet our dietary needs. That's just how we're built. The fact is, cats do not have a moral sense when it comes to nutritional needs. In a scenario where, let's say you die in your home, your cat is not going to waste a lot of time before he eats your face when he notices his food bowl is not getting filled. I've almost eaten faces myself because I could see the bottom of my bowl. It is actually quite morally wrong to try to force them into an unnatural diet to satisfy your own moral convictions. And besides, if animals didn't really want to be eaten, why would they be so delicious? 4. Cats are unhappy when forced to live strictly indoors. While an older cat who has been outdoors for years might be unhappy at being kept inside, cats that grow up indoors tend to be very happy. As long as they're provided with plenty of toys, scratching items, no perches to look outside, it's pretty much our TV. Along with fish tanks. And somewhere to climb for exercise, then there's not really much to be upset about. We're not missing anything there. There's also really nothing stopping you from taking your cat outside for a walk once in a while, just to see if we like it. Just be sure to get their shots before going out.
Off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. When here he is, the Wizard of Wiz, if ever a wiz there was.
Myth number 5. Cats don't require vaccines. The scare about vaccine-associated sarcoma a few years ago has made some people reluctant to allow their cats to have any vaccinations. The VAS task force has listed certain vaccines as core, and almost all cats should have them. Cats who routinely roam outdoors should always be up to date on both the rabies vaccines and feline leukemia vaccines. Very important stuff here. If you love us, keep us vaccinated. There are some philanthropy groups that actually capture, vaccinate, tag, and then release feral cats to help make life safer for cats in general. Neutering your cat will raise the chances of urinary tract infections. Although studies have shown that castrating cats did not increase their chances of UTIs, a Wynn Feline Foundation study found the greatest risk for certain uroliths is the 10 to 15-year-old neutered male cats. Now, when measured against the many risks of leaving cats unfixed, neutering is a much safer choice. Female cats need to have a litter before getting spayed. I don't even know where this myth came from. Much like humans, we can suffer a lot more harm through pregnancies than we can for just being fixed. The truth is that some people just want kittens and will use any excuse really. The only time I want kittens is when I'm very deep in heat, but that's a story for another day. Spaying will prevent uterine cancer, help prevent mammary cancer, ovarian cysts, as well as any and all complications with pregnancies, including stillbirths and malformed kittens, all of which can be very dangerous to a cat. Need I even mention the overwhelming cat overpopulation problem? I mean, as much as we all want a big mountain of kittens. Myth 8. Pregnant women should not have cats. Toxoplasmosis is a zoonotic disease that can cause birth defects if contracted by the mother during pregnancy. It is found in soil outdoors and also in raw or undercooked meat, which is the most likely source of the contact, which even then is very slim odds. It can also be found in cat litter boxes if the cat has been exposed to the disease. The truth is that you absolutely do not have to get rid of your cat. Odds are, if you had a cat before you got pregnant, your body has grown immune to the levels of toxoplasmosis that your cat can even produce. Even then, domesticated cats are not carriers of it, so it's nearly impossible if they're domesticated from birth. If you're worried about it though, a visit to the vet should properly diagnose whether or not your cat is a carrier of toxoplasmosis, and even then it can be treated. And at the very worst case scenario, if you are pregnant, it creates an excellent excuse to make someone else clean the litter box for you for 9 months. Myth number 9. Cats always land on their feet. I can assure you that I do not. Many cats are clumsy, and it's hilarious to watch. Cats in general usually do land on their feet after a fall, however, not always without injuries. Although cats can survive a very long fall, the official record in New York City is 18 stories. But we really should watch out for open windows, as injuries are very common after falling. Strangely enough, some of the most serious cat injuries occur from falling from 10 to 12 feet only. Cats may have great reflexes, but that doesn't mean they're not squishy. Myth number 10. Cats and dogs hate each other. Cats are capable of affectionate relationships with dogs as well as any other family pet. I mean, just because I hate dogs more than anything else in the world doesn't necessarily mean... Number 11. Cats are cold and aloof, therefore not good pets. I take this as a personal attack. We can and do share deep bonds with our human families, which is often why people consider cats as members of the family as opposed to just pets. Cats do not exclude non-family members from their circle either, as witness the many therapy cats that give love and comfort to patients in hospitals and homes. Cats are indeed very loving creatures, and their bonds are so strong that it extends beyond death. Part of the problem with most of this list here is that people compare dogs and cats far too much with each other. But that's pretty unfair, as they are different species and they have very different lifestyles. Dogs typically choose to live in packs, while cats, more often than not, have lived in solidarity, looking out for themselves, so it may appear that they are cold in comparison. But admittedly, I myself am pretty cold and aloof. I am not a good pet. Don't pet me, don't touch me, feed me, and we're good. Myth 12. Cats have 9 lives. I wish I had 9 lives. This myth may have come from tendencies that cats are agile and graceful enough to escape accidents and avoid fatal blows. The unfortunate truth is that we only have 1 life, and you're kind of an idiot if you actually think that any creature has multiple lives in real life. I mean, YOLO! Myth 13. Milk is suitable for cats. While we absolutely love milk, it doesn't particularly mean it's good for us. Like any other mammal, we're born to drink milk as an element our bodies need in infancy. But as we age and mature, it's not needed as much and our bodies adapt to that. That's how many people become lactose intolerant. It's actually considered a mutation if you are not lactose intolerant by adulthood. There are many commercial feeds specifically designed for cats to help with their nutritional needs, so you should not be relying on milk to feed your cats. Myth 14. Black cats are bad luck. This pathetic lie has origins from the Middle Ages when black cats were associated with witchcraft. This baseless prejudice results in black cats being the least adopted from animal shelters and most frequently abused.
Stop it. Black cats are not bad luck.
No cat is bad luck, all cats are good luck. Especially me. I'm the best. Myth 15. Cats can't see in color. Humans have 3 different kinds of color receptor cells: red, blue, and green. I know you probably think yellow because of the primary colors, but yellow technically falls under green. All colors humans can perceive mix into these 3 types of receptors. Scientific studies show that both cats and dogs lack the red cell receptors, so we're most likely unable to perceive red and pink tones, at least the same ways that humans can. We also have difficulties determining the intensity of saturation in colors, but we most certainly do see in color, and we certainly can distinguish the difference between blues and greens. Cats can't be trained. Now, I'm not being biased on this, but cats on average are statistically smarter than dogs. The meows we make to communicate with our owners are a learned behavior that we use to interact with you based on the reactions we get from it. Wild feral cats don't meow or whine the same ways. You've technically trained us without even knowing it, and at the same time cats are training you. It's really a two-way street there. Now, some cats are easier to train than others, of course, but through persistence, and a lot of treats, of course, you can teach an old cat new tricks. Seriously though, I am a sucker for treats. If you have food, I will be your best friend until I steal it.
Мой знакомый постоянно спамит мне эту картинку, в связи с чем я, в общем, наблюдаю ее гораздо чаще, чем она того, возможно, заслуживает.
So those are myths about cats that really need to be debunked and people really should understand for the safety of their cat. I mean, we all know that cats are the superior race, we can all agree on that. So it's only fair that we treat them right, and not give in to superstitions or false information that just flies around on social media. Oh, I really shouldn't be recording after I eat.